Hi guys, so I'm going to read The Human Fly #1. So this was published in September of 1977. So the human fly, the wildest superhero ever, because he's real. First fantastic issue. From the shadow of the grave, he rose to become the greatest death-defier of them all. Stanley presents The Human Fly. Bill Mantlo, writer. Lee Elias, artist. Joe Rosen, letterer. Marie Sev, colorist. Archie Goodwin, editor. Deathwalk. The world is wind, screaming past at 300 miles per hour, threatening to tear his fragile human form from the suspended stunt bar that is lowering him from the speeding jet copter above to the huge 747 below. Magnet clamps and gloves will adhere me to my target if I'm not blown away before I can reach it. The world is wind, and he is the human fly. And wait till you see who his amazing guest star is. A misstep away from heaven, or Houston, Texas, 2,000 feet below, the fly strains downward for a slender handhold, while in the belly of the jetcopter, stunt engineer Ted Locke swears softly to himself. "Come on, Locke. You designed this bar. Hold it steady. The fly's counting on you. His life depends on it." And at the copter's controls,
"Blaze Kendall, there ain't no reason the fly picked you as his pilot, 'cept that he knew you could do the job. Prove it, honey. Don't let him down."
while, far below,
"This is Harmony White, reporter for West TV. There is fear on people's faces here today, when just 1 hour ago, a holiday mood pervaded Houston International Airport. As a weekend crowd prepared for the premiere performance of The Human Fly. How is he different from other glory seekers?"
If the fly was interested in glory, why would he keep his identity a secret? Beyond that, Miss White, after expenses, any money I make goes to charity, to help the disabled. She's not listening, Fly. Her story's already written. Suddenly, The press plane from New York! It's been hijacked! Get a grip on yourself, man. Tell us what happened. The flight tower called to give landing instructions, only to be told the jet had been taken over by a gang, led by... The mercenary is the name, newshounds. And if you want to live to see your bylines on this story, you'll do as you're told. What is it you want? 5 million, cash, and safe conduct to Mexico. We'll circle over Houston till the fuel runs out. Then we'll let her drop. I think they'll pay up, kid. Don't you? The mercenary may be bluffing, but we can't take that chance. What are you going to... We're going to borrow the jetcopter you made available for my barnstorming stunt, and use it to save that plane.
But can anyone, especially a publicity-seeking glory hunter like the Human Fly, save that plane and the thousands of lives that will be lost if it crashes? In time?
Got it. Palm magnets locked on. It's up to Ted and Blaze now. Bar's starting to buck, to twist. Blaze, baby, you've got to match speed with that jet.
I'm trying, Ted, but air pressure's dropping. We're headed into a storm.
Lord, if the lightning should hit the stunt bar.
Forget that, Ted. You know what rain feels like at 300 miles per hour? Like being stoned to death.
Rain buffeting me. Bar starting to twist. I'm losing my grip on the jet. And, as the copter jet begins to fall behind, in the face of the savage storm, "Mag clamp's slipping. If I don't let go of the bar, I'll be pulled back along the length of the jet. Blaze has to increase speed. She must."
I'm giving it all I've got, Ted, but I can't do it.
"Yes, you can, lady. For the fly."
His words hit Blaze Kendall like a shot. And the years flash back to a time when...
First time out of co-pilot, huh? Well, I don't think much of lady pilots.
Then don't think about it, sir. You do your job, and I'll do mine.
Pretty sure yourself, huh?
Captain, what?
Heart pills in pocket.
Captain!
It was too late for pills. His body lurched forward, ramming the stick down hard. She fought the weight of the pilot's body and the downward momentum of the plane with all her strength.
Leveling off, but we're so close to the ground. So very...
But I've got to hold it, brace myself, and stop its twisting. If I fail now, the fly dies.
Dangling in midair, Ted Locke battles for his friend's life. As the clock winds back to 1967, where a young military engineer finishes his last combat mission in Vietnam.
Blow this bridge, and the VC supply lines will be cut. Wait, a woman and kids on the other side. All personnel were supposed to have been cleared out. Got to warn them. Go back! This bridge is gonna flow!
By 1975, the docs had him almost patched back together, except for his hands.
"Ted, you're still a brilliant engineer. Even Tony Stark has asked about."
Tell him to save his pity, Doc. I don't need it.
She brought the jet in without any loss of life. It was a miracle of flying. Everyone thought so, except Blaze Kendall. Her body mended, but her confidence was shattered. Months passed as she withdrew further and further into herself, until one lonely night, "Blaze, we've been here long enough. The world needs us."
Nobody needs me, mister. I'm not good to anyone.
"You're wrong, Blaze. You've given up before you've even got started. Given up on yourself. But if I could make it, then so can you. You're the best, Blaze, and I need you." Something came alive inside her then, and she swore she'd never let it die out again.
All right, people. It's gonna take some pretty fancy flying. But Blaze Kendall's gonna come through. You hear?
Blaze did it. Speeds are matched, and both mag clamps are secured. Now if only Ted can stabilize the bar. Bar's lurching, pulling me over the open hatchway.
Then one night,
Who's there? Someone asking you not to give up, Ted. Someone like you. Like me! I'm useless, pal. Ted Locke, the handless engineer.
look at these scars, Ted. Almost 60% of my bone structure had to be replaced with steel. If we give up, we're nothing. But if we succeed, we'll give others like us the hope to go on. I need you, Ted. Will you join me?
Yeah, Fly. I'm with you. Bar stabilized. It's all yours from here on in. Ted and Blaze did it. I'm in position to secure palm magnets. But if I want to be facing forward when my boot mags clamp down, I better flip over as the jet passes beneath me. Good. Boot clamps are holding. My steel-reinforced bone structure is helping me to withstand the buffeting wind. And my baton is keeping me balanced. If I can make it to the forward hatch, the mercenary will find he's got an unexpected passenger aboard. The human fly!
And inside the giant 747,
Wouldn't. Sounded like something moving on the outside hull. You kidding, boss? Even at these lowest speeds, what could it be?
Impossible as it seems, he's not kidding. There is someone up there. Or my name's not Peter Parker.
Maybe rain and hail, but I won't take chances. Glimpsed a copter earlier. They could lower someone to plant a bomb to gas or stun us. If so, this will change their minds. Good Lord! Blast throwing me off balance. Mag clamps tearing free. I'm being swept from the jet.
Blaze, the fly, he's in trouble, and we're too far away to help.
Lord, as the fly's agent, I knew someday this might happen. But to actually see it and not be able to do anything.
You're witnessing this live from West TV, viewers. The fly has been blown off the hijacked 747. The city now has no choice but to make the mercenaries' demands.
that's the view to those on the ground. But it's not necessarily the only view.
Falling fast. Got to switch power flow from my magnet clamps. To the auxiliary jets Ted built into my boots and gloves. Power thrust drained electromagnets. Clamps are useless, and jets are exhausted. Got to grab wing flap and hold on for dear life.
Life. There was a time when that word was synonymous with death. Like the night his car was run off the road in North Carolina, killing his wife, his children, instantly. Hours or days later. You're in a hospital, in critical condition. We may be able to save your life, but you will be a cripple the rest of your days. He screamed to himself, since his broken lips could no longer form words. The doctor sedated him, put restraining straps upon him, and only then did he cease to struggle. For he knew they were wrong. I will move again. If the mind is whole, then the body can be made to respond. He calmed down, or so the doctors thought. But nights, when silence fell over the hospital, took months to be able to move my arms so I could pull myself out of the bed, and more months before my muscles mended. But now I can stand! I can stand! And, as the years stretched on, slowly, give the body time to heal. Don't push it. Go from a crawl to a walk, like a baby learning again. Then try the hard stuff, working to get steel and bone to cooperate with flesh and muscle, until you can do things you could never do before. You're going to leave this hospital one day, and it won't be as a cripple. It was also the nights when he'd move among his fellow patients. Vets, workers, Most hurt more than me. All given up, without hope. There's got to be some way of giving them courage. To show them that if I could triumph over my disability, so can they over theirs. And so, with an idea, the human fly was born. Fighting the wind, clutching at precarious handholds, the fly reaches his goal. The hatch have to keep below the ports, out of sight, while I remove a miniature explosive charge from my belt and affix it to the door's lock.
There's the fly signal. The charge is placed. Wait until he backs off, then activate the radio detonator. Now!
The wind picks up the door, hurling it screamingly at him, past him. And then the fly is in. Now, before they recover from the shock of what's happened, I have to call in all my skill, all my agility, all my training, and move like I've never moved before. Who is this guy? The name, boys, is the human fly. Remember it. You'll be hearing it again.
Can't you idiots stop him? He's only one man.
But the mercenary is wrong. The fly is the embodiment of the hopes of many men.
Look out, he's gonna...
He will not be stopped, lest he let those others down. So that's the human fly. I leaped at this press junket to learn if he was connected with the villain I once fought. GS Spidey number 10, Arch. Obviously not. Couldn't act before without endangering my fellow passengers. But now, in the confusion, I can change without being seen. It's time for Spider-Man to help the human fly. Oops! Spider-Man! But how? I could ask you the same thing, fella. But we've got other problems at the moment.
Didn't count on this. Have to use the jetpack I stashed in case something went wrong. And get the blazes out of here.
Fly! The mercenary! He's getting away!
No! Not if I can help it.
But can he help it? He, a fly without wings. Now forced to cling to an enemy for his very life?
My jetpack will save me, Fly, but nothing can save you.
Have to web up a hang glider. Go after them. But if the mercenary gets off a clear shot before I get close, the fly's done for.
Just one punch.
Did it. The mercenary's out cold.
But his jet's hitting me in the face. Can't see. I've lost my grip on him. Falling.
It's now or never. Must let go of the glider and dive towards the fly. Think fast, fella. Your web.
I've got it, but now we'll both fall.
Not when I can spin a web shoot and let us down nice and easy. Fantastic. You have all the powers of a real spider. You don't do so bad yourself, Fly. And, thanks to you, this little caper's over. There's your copter. And the mercenary still KO'd. Take it from here, pal. It's all yours. What do you mean? Couldn't explain. I've got to be in that jet before anyone misses Peter Parker. Welcome to the hero business, Fly. And good luck. Spider-Man!
The Fly did it! He saved that jet!
And later, for our entire city, Fly, I can only say thank you. Please give the reward money to charity, sir. The airline has covered our expenses. We ask for nothing more. Ted, Blaze, Arnie, we've done a good day's work. Let's go home and get some rest.
He's too good. I'm gonna find out who he is. Expose him. If it's the last thing I do.
Careful, Harmony. It just might, maybe. Next issue, Race to Disaster. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments and I'll tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.